Hi there everybody, and welcome to this video. Today I will make a Mame Bonsai pot in a really easy way. I will just carve the shape, and this is actually really fun and easy to do. So just follow my steps and you will learn how to do it. As you can see, I use pieces of plywood and I stack them so that I know that the thickness is same when I use the rolling pin. I cut out the piece that I want. This way I get the shape of the bonsai pot and the right size. It's important that you have a sharp needle and cut as straight as possible. Otherwise, the walls may just be leaning. I check all the sides, and then it's time to actually start carving the piece that I want. Once again, I use my plywood sticks and 2 coins in between. This way I get a little bit more height, and that's what I want in this case. I use the plywood to guide my tool when I cut, and I try to keep the tool as straight as possible. I turn the pot and I cut out all 4 legs. And after that, I take away the extra material that's still in the middle between the legs. One thing that I noticed is that it's easier if your clay is not too wet. It should be a little bit dry, not leather hard, but still not too wet, because it's easier to lose the shape if your clay is too wet. I remove the coins now, and then I again use my tool. And this is just to refine the legs and get a straight line that goes all around my bonsai pot. So I cut a small line and I turn the bonsai pot and do the same thing on all the 4 sides. And this might look a little bit rough now, but when I clean it up at the end, it will actually be really nice. As you probably noticed, this video has been speeded up in a few places and of course cut a little bit. But the actual process of making this small bonsai pot took me about 18 minutes from start to finish. Then of course I have to do the final finishes and let it dry and choose what kind of glazing I want on my pot. I am now happy with the outside of the bonsai pot. So it's now time to start carving out the inside. And once again I use my plywood. So I just push my tool against the plywood and try to keep it straight. This way I know that the walls will be 4 millimeters thick, because the plywood is 4 millimeters. So I carve little by little and dig deeper into my pot. I of course turn it many times so that the walls will be perfect. Remember, be gentle with your clay, otherwise it might lose its shape. So don't push too hard. Let the tool work its way into the clay. Every now and then I use my fingers to measure the thickness so that I don't cut too deep. This pot is really small, but you can actually make a bigger one using the same technique. If you make a really big one, you better let your clay dry a little bit more so it keeps the shape. I will now let this bonsai pot dry for a while and then do the finishing touches. After that, it's time to choose the glaze and burn it, of course, but that will be the next video. So, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again. Bye bye.